We are back with Facts Not Feelings. Welcome into the beautiful Las Vegas at NADA, live streaming from NADA 2024. I've said it so many times, I can't even say it right anymore, but we're getting there. And I'm joined by an awesome, we were just talking offline here from True Video that, oh my gosh, you just spoke. Like, not only have NADA going on, you had an incredible session on something as we live stream right now on quality of video. I'm just going to let you run with that right now.
Okay. Yeah. So the company is True Video. Our entire business is based on communication, so customer experience. So it's texting and it's inspection videos is kind of our core.
Nice.
Last year I spoke at NADA in Dallas and I talked about video utilization. And this year I talked about video quality, and it went over really well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty where you can still, you can see in there. But okay, so NADA, this is your 6th or 7th one, you said?
Yeah.
And how is this one different from the other ones?
We kind of approach it a similar way each time. We love to have a presence here, so we've got a pretty good sized booth. Mm-hmm. From our perspective, we're here to talk to partners. Mm-hmm. So it's great to have people come by, and we schedule demos with our customers and our prospects and things like that. But we spend a lot of time talking to software partners. One of our business initiatives is actually to put our software into other companies' software. So CDK and Reynolds actually use our technology.
Oh, no way.
So we spend a lot of time talking to OEMs and talking to software partners, and we just do that more and more each time we go. That's
awesome. Okay, so for those that are like, hey, I'm new, I'm not sure what True Video is. You talked about the inspection videos. Is that inside the dealership that the client is using them? Is it you mentioned Reynolds?
Yeah. So we have a mobile app, and basically the technician takes out the mobile app, opens it up, finds the repair order they're working on, clicks on it, and then records a video.
Oh, nice.
This is what I found with your brakes, your tires, your air filter, whatever it might be. Then they hit upload and send, mm-hmm. and it goes basically directly to the customer. So now the customer can see and understand what's wrong with their vehicle.
Okay.
And so the CDK uses the mobile app, mm-hmm. and the texting platform, and then the video platform, and then Reynolds, we actually built their 2nd generation mobile app. It's called Service Snap 2.0.
Oh, very, very nice. Yeah. Okay, so you've been in NADA. This is not your first rodeo doing this. What is something you're taking home that was like, hey, we're definitely implementing that like today, if not yesterday?
Yeah, it's I don't get out that much. There's some really cool technologies out there, some interesting data. I met with a couple of vendors that cover those kinds of things. I'm doing a few podcasts here, and kind of expressing what we're up to, and one of the things that's really interesting is artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. And so we spend a lot of time with our partners. We've got an AI technology that works on our texting platform. It does translations and sentiment analysis. And then we actually apply AI to our videos.
No, nice.
So it does subtitles.
Perfect.
And you can translate the subtitles. And then the other thing that we do is noise cancellation.
Nice.
So when the technician records that video,
mm-hmm.
The background noise gets wiped out. And it's like using noise canceling headphones. So that's, I'm a product guy, and I spend a lot of time talking to customers and talking to partners about sort of some of the things that we do. And sometimes I just don't get out to see everything else that's happening.
It's very true. Like, one of the things I love is like when I'll go and talk to someone at a booth or whatever, and they're bringing their product guys or their product gals, or they're bringing the people that are behind the scenes. You're like, that's because I can only answer so many questions. When the technology is involved, which there's so much technology, there's so much AI, insert any buzzword you want at this point. Mm-hmm. There's all of that. You need to be able to have those people that be like, oh, no, this is what it does, and this is how it works.
Yeah, totally. And I love being in the product mix, because for my company, I represent the perspective of the customer and the dealership and how it needs to look and work and so forth. I had a great conversation with a fixed ops director today, and we were just talking about implementing video and how do you motivate technicians, and he had some really interesting stories on how to get that done. So I definitely have some takeaways.
Yeah, it's massive. So once again, when you're at the booth a lot, you don't get out to see a whole lot of other things. Totally get that. I've asked a few people this, and so I'm curious your take on this. We've talked about video and all that. What is one of the biggest challenges we're now into 2024, so for this year.
Going into the new year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, there's still dealers out there that aren't using the video technology. Mm-hmm. And some of that's still education. and letting them know that their dollars per RO improve and their customer CSI scores improve. And so it's kind of reaching out to them on that, but then it's that next level of AI. We're introducing a virtual assistant. Actually, CDK is going to sell it for the first part of the year for us. And so a lot of it is still now education, what is possible, what's out there. And I talked a lot about that in my presentation at the workshop at NADA.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have first timers. We have people. Obviously, if they're here, it's not like they've never been because they're here. But for the audience, they've never been to NADA. They're thinking about going. What is a piece of advice you'd give them?
I think, it's almost like going on vacation, right? But it's work.
But it's work.
But you're going somewhere and you do that trip advisor and you're like, all right, what are the things to see and do? And I think you need to kind of plan it out because if you don't, it can be very overwhelming.
Very overwhelming, yeah.
Right? There's two halls. There's the North Hall and the West Hall, and you can walk in and just get lost and sort of, consumed. And so you kind of want to plot out who do you want to see, and you kind of work that into the sessions and make sure you can go see the technology and the vendors that make the most sense for you.
I couldn't agree more. It is, and there's you don't want to overplan. There is a such thing, or overbook, I should say, overbook.
Yes.
But going through, because it is daunting if you've never been here. Or I used to wear heels. I obviously wear my Jordans all the time, but show up in heels and you're like, I'm walking 10 miles in these things. No way.
Yeah,
so plan that out. And normally I don't really, not that I won't say I don't care about booth numbers, but a lot of times it just gets lost. No one remembers a booth number. NADA is different because if you don't know the name or if you spell the name wrong or whatever, having that booth number to know exactly, okay, booth 4301W is here versus 759er is over here. Okay, is that in the same hall? Really use that. Go back to technology. Technology, know, okay, how long is this going to take me?
Totally.
I'm not going to get stopped by people. So, just plan out just a little bit there.
It will. And I think the nice thing also is the app.
Yes.
So you can choose which sessions you're interested in, and it'll tell you what time and what track, and then you can look at the map and kind of plot things out. So I think it's pretty helpful, the app that they actually create for it.
It makes I've been not even on other conferences where they have an app and it's not that great. I'm I would never use this. This doesn't, it crashes, blah, blah. Yeah. No, get the app, Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I so appreciate and learning more about not only the company, but you've got a book going on here. You've got a little of everything going on. So for those that are out there, if they're unfamiliar with True Video, how do they get in contact with you?
So it's truevideo.com. The book itself is actually for sale on Amazon for $14.99.
Fantastic.
But give us a call. We'll ship one out directly to you if you want it anyway. We'll eat the cost. But we're really excited about that. It sort of embodies everything that we've learned over the last 9 years about utilization and quality and technology.
That's awesome. Everyone, thank you obviously for being a part of us, joining us today and learning more about True Video and of course more about NADA, because we got to learn more about that because we're here in beautiful Las Vegas. But until the next awesome guest that's coming on, everyone, we will see you shortly.